I know I'm a little bit late on this, like a lot bit late. Had a lot going on. Someone asked about writing an APA paper. I use reference point software. There's also another one called Perla. And you go into it, well, with reference point, you say start an APA paper, you pick that in your browser or your toolbar. And as you're writing your paper, it will make everything for you. Like as soon as you start an APA paper, it starts making your title page for you. And then it will make like your runner um, for the top of every page. I suggest using subtopics because I didn't do that to start with. I was trying to write an MLA paper when I first started, and that's not at all the same. So with an APA paper, your introduction, your thesis will be something like this paper will explore, or this author will discuss or address, or something like that. And then you put in there what your paper is going to be about. Then for my school, I'm going to Grand Canyon, and they give you a very detailed rubric. So, and they also, on the assignment, they actually give you topics they want you to touch on. So I use that for my subheadings, and then I look in the rubric for what it takes to get 100% or anything that's an A, but I aim for 100%. And I make sure that I touch on every one of those topics in the areas, and it's pretty well divided up by your subtopics. And then your last paragraph is kind of the reverse of your first paragraph. You know, this paper explored blah 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 for this reason. Um, it's really a lot easier than I thought when I first started, and it's totally about using the rubric so that you make sure you have everything that the instructor wants. And the subheadings, subtopics, subheadings help so much to divide it up. And some of the papers, it will say this topic is worth 10%. And one of my instructors explained to me, if it says it's worth 10%, then make sure you have 100 words. If it says it's worth 20%, make sure you have 200 words on that. And sometimes it adds up to the exact number of words that they want for you to have. And also in the softwares in Perla and in Reference Point that I use, you will put in the information for your references so that you can cite. But while it's doing that, it makes your reference page for you. And you want to, I don't know, I was taught at first that you only need to cite, like if 3 of your sentences in a row come from the same topic, then you only need to cite at the end of those 3 sentences. But I had an instructor that wanted you to cite every sentence. So now that's just what I do. And I haven't gotten marked off for citing too much. I can't imagine that you could. Make sure that your references are the original. So if you're using a paper that references something else, and that's what you want to reference, go to that original. Grand Canyon makes you upload your paper and it checks things out, and it will kind of ding you and let you know, hey, this isn't the original reference. There was something else I wanted to say. Subheadings, references. Oh, and then reference point. I'm not sure if Perla does this, but reference point holds on to all of your references. So if 2 classes later, you're going to use this reference from your first class, you can actually find it in a list and then pop it into your paper, which is super nice. I can't think of anything else. It's really seriously not that difficult once you understand. And email your teacher. I had to email my first instructor a lot before I could finally understand what she was looking for, but my teachers in my nursing program in the community college are also online teachers for other programs, and they helped me also. One of them referred me to this reference point software, and it's been a game changer having that to just get me where I belong. And it's nice, you know, Word keeps track of your word count. And that I find to be the toughest thing. But when you do the subheadings, it helps you keep from being so wordy because you're like, okay, I have to address this topic. but I've only got 750 words that I can use for my entire paper. Keep it short and sweet. Um, we're not writing a novel or anything like that. It doesn't have to be a narrative. It's purely scientific, really dry, not exciting, which makes it easier. So I hope this answers any questions that anybody had. If you have any more questions, just put it in the comments and I'll try to address them. Again, I apologize for taking so long because somebody asked for this a couple of weeks ago. But things get crazy. My new semester has started. I have clinicals this Sunday for the first time. We'll see how that goes. And I hope everything's going well for everybody in nursing school. And I'll be back soon.